Hey, welcome back for another cryptocurrency news article. Hope you enjoyed the last one and came back for another. Now, today's article comes from CoinGeek and Spot Litecoin ETF. What? Founder Charlie Lee teases the possibility of it. Ooh, that's exciting. With Spot Bitcoin ETF and Ethereum products now on the market, Charlie Lee has predicted the possibility of a Spot Litecoin ETF approval. So, is this going to go through? I already said, I believe this is going to be going through next. I would say, before the Bitcoin ones were approved, I was like, guys, the Bitcoin's going to get approved. Then it'll be Ethereum. That will probably be Litecoin. It's going down the list, and eventually some others out there. But right now we're seeing that it's kind of a struggle to get the Ethereum one. I know Hong Kong just pushed that one straight through with its Bitcoin one, but for the States, though, it feels like a Litecoin ETF is a more of a higher probability is going to happen rather than an ETF one, just because of the similarities between it. So I always knew this was bound to happen, but now we got Charlie Lee chiming in too and teasing this possibility. So let's go through this article, learn a little bit more about it and what Charlie Lee actually teased. So here we go. The crypto industry is likely to witness an influx of different digital assets, exchange traded funds, or otherwise known as ETFs, a lot easier to say. But as Litecoin proponents are now mulling the possibility of having an LTC ETF. Now, Litecoin's structural similarities with Bitcoin defined. Litecoin founder Charlie Lee recently graced an interview where he spoke with optimism about the potential of a spot Litecoin ETF. He seemed very confident about getting the United States Securities and Exchange Commission to approve the product, saying that it is a matter of when and not if. So he is pretty determined that saying it's not when or not if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. So that's pretty optimistic. Lee's optimism stems from a comparison that he made between Bitcoin and Litecoin. Like BTC, Litecoin utilizes a proof of work or the POW consensus algorithm. It also has a commodity-like status, making it an eligible candidate for an ETF. Now, these structural similarities with Bitcoin fuels Lee's confidence in the eventuality of a spot Litecoin ETF. He acknowledged that the demand for the potential Litecoin ETF may not be at par with that of Bitcoin at the beginning. However, he is positive that there would be an optimistic prospect in the long term. Now, the crypto industry is currently on a growing trend, and Lee sees the possibility of investors discovering Litecoin's value proposition and growth potential as it progresses. And it is very true because we're seeing high gas fees right now with Bitcoin, so it's why not use Litecoin? It's a little bit cheaper, so people will realize it. Now, beyond spot Litecoin ETF, ETH version might be denied. The commodity and security categorization puts crypto assets like Ethereum at a disadvantage, considering that it is a proof of stake crypto that has been controversially tagged a security by the US SEC, and already it has hindered the application for spot Ethereum ETFs from getting approval from the commission. Now, for more than 6 months, applicants for spot Ethereum ETFs have been waiting for decisions from the SEC, but instead, they have ended up receiving a series of postponements. Now, barely 7 days ago, the US SEC postponed its decision on Grayscale's proposal for the spot Ethereum ETF, and some market observers believe that the delays would eventually translate into denial from the SEC in a few weeks. We just gotta wait on that. But besides his take on spot Litecoin ETFs, Lee also expressed his reservation towards getting the SEC to approve Ethereum ETFs. While he thinks that obtaining regulatory approval for an Ethereum ETF may prove challenging, he perceived a higher demand for the offering of its ever approved compared to that of LTC. Now, his stance is based on the fact that Ethereum has a broader utility and ecosystem. And yeah, so that's it. That's the tease for you. Just Charlie Lee said in an interview that he was this is highly likely a LTC ETF will get approved. And he just talked about how the similarities with Bitcoin, very commodity-like status. Ethereum's been we've been hearing all about that this week and everything. It's a security, it's not. So it's definitely a lot easier to push through in the States. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Litecoin news because it's always so rare that we get to hear and then having Charlie Lee just tease something, it's I gotta report on it because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Litecoin's bags holder. I do believe, like I said earlier, it's a cheaper gas fee. So start using Bitcoin when I need to and everything. It used to be cheap, but we had the runes, then we had ordinals, like congested network, made the price go higher. So like I was seeing like some $60 transactions, 70. Like I was missing the $5. Like that's cool. So it's like, you know what? Maybe I'll transact with some Litecoin, and there you go. Back to like some more dollar fees again. It's cheaper, faster, and it's very similar to Bitcoin. So give it a try if you haven't looked into it. But that is that news. If you guys enjoyed it, smash that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, the Crypto Sherpa is out.